What's going on, everybody? Mario here. Hey, guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's doing well. I know I'm cutting into It's Just Six Cover live broadcast time, but I wanted to talk a little bit about veteran suicide, guys, and all the issues that we got going on right now within the veteran community, and how many lives have been lost to this stuff. It has been an unfortunate thing that has happened over the years. And I think the sad part of it is that sometimes people have a tendency of forgetting the reason why so many of us in the gun community have pulled resources into Justin's final mission. So, with that being said, guys, I apologize. I didn't tell anybody I was going live. I just decided to do it out of boredom, I guess. Actually, my Dodgers usually play around this time, and I'm usually watching them. But they played the Mariners today, and they had to catch a flight to Seattle, so they did the game a little earlier than usual. So they won 2-1. Go Dodgers! Yeah. And I had a little bit of time on my hands, and I wanted to kind of emphasize a little bit about Justin's final mission and why so many people in the gun community have gotten on board with this. And you know, hey there, Island Girl, how you doing, girlfriend? Good to see you. So many people have died over veteran suicide and all kinds of stuff, guys. So we just have to find ways to alleviate the suicide rate. It's been getting crazy. So I wanted to take a little bit of your time just to talk a little bit about what are some of the stressors and some of the issues that so many people are dealing with when they're coming back home from overseas. Um, the biggest problem that we have with veterans is they don't have enough resources. It's gotten better, but it's not to the point where it used to be before. Um, I can say it's gotten a lot better. As my pretty baby, hi. Um, it's gotten so much better. And you know what? Another thing about Island Gal 57, guys. If you guys don't know, this is Ed's wife. So she has dealt with a lot of the stressors as being a military wife and all that good stuff. So, much props to her, and thank her for supporting Ed during all those years that he's in the military, because it's not easy, guys. It's not an easy job, and it becomes very stressful. Um, so going back to how many people are having a hard time transitioning. Um, they just do. Many of them decide most of the time to get out as soon as they're done with their service, um, and they feel that they're going to get some sort of sense of purpose when they get out. They feel that they can manage whatever they got going on. Uh, but unfortunately, it doesn't always happen that way. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about uh, my issues that I had. For me, it was just not being able to sleep. When I got back, I was not used to the people. It's just being so quiet. Because it's being in Iraq. It's a very chaotic time. If you would get enough sleep, you would do everything you can. I mean, literally, guys. The first deployment, I lived off coffee, monsters, and hydroxycut. Now, hydroxycut is basically they use it for weight loss and all this other kind of stuff. But the original hydroxycut had a lot of caffeine, and we used to take hydroxycut and Monster together. Because I remember back in the day we had these crazy shifts, man, where we would do 24 on, 24 off. I mean, can you imagine, man, just trying to stay awake, trying to stay, somewhat busy doing your shifts, doing and there's times where you would be doing different jobs. Like there's times where you'd be in the towers, which that was pretty boring. Everybody hated the towers. And in the towers, guys, we used to have two machine guns. We used to have either a 50 cal or a 240 Bravo, which is a 7.62 machine gun, and also a saw, which is a squad assault weapon, which is a 5.56 machine gun. We would also have flare sights and all kinds of stuff in there, binoculars for daytime usage. It was pretty crazy. We used to have a lot of stuff, just being in the towers, but it would get so mundane and boring, man, because, there's times that nothing happened in the whole 24 hours, So, I mean, everybody would kind of like take their little naps and stuff like that, and we would kind of shift that way. But, it was just constant being harassed in any kind of way. There's times where people would just take pop shots at us. You be in a tower and people just take a pop shot. They just come out of nowhere. And then especially when we were at, there was a lot of vegetation we were at, contrary to what most people might think. Iraq does have vegetation, and it is something that they would do, and they take pop shots and all kinds of stuff. Uncle Jim is giving me a hard time. Hello, it's Uncle Jim. I just started this, Uncle Jim. I said, what the hell? But anyways, guys, yeah, it was interesting. So going back to they'll take pop shots at us. We were in the tower duties, and that's like pretty stressful, man. You just, you trying to keep your head, above and trying to see what the hell's out there. But you also have to be careful, because somebody can just take a pop shot at you, and there's times because it was such high vegetation, especially in daytime, you couldn't see where the flash is coming from. They would definitely get crafty, man. There was also some instances where we had some guys that were actually sniping people, man. We had guys that had SKSs and, that were just shooting people from the roofs, of we were at. So it was an interesting time. So that was tower duty. And then on top of that, you got what we call QRF, or quick reaction force. So what the quick reaction force does is that if for some reason somebody in your AO or your area of operation gets in an altercation with the enemy, or they feel like they're getting overran, you call the QRF and they go out there and they help you out, and they try to save the guys and stuff like this. What's going on, RTT? Good to see you, brother. I appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate it. What's going on, Warsaw? How you doing? So the quick reaction force was always, you're basically like living off your freaking vehicle, and you're kind of like waiting for somebody to call. And you get so excited when people call you, though, man, because you be like, "Whoa, let's go!" And you go out there, man, and it was crazy. There's a couple of times, and we were QRF, and we got into some serious firefights, man, and it was great. I mean, I don't know if that's, people might think that's pretty nuts, but I mean, like, I don't know, man. To me, it was cool because at least we were doing something, And the other jobs that we used to do is we used to do what we call ECP, or entry access points, or whatever, like wherever the gate was at, you would do that type of stuff. You have to check in people that come in and stuff like that. So we're always doing different stuff, and that's just your regular job. On top of that, they could still put you on a mission at night, because most of the time, most of our missions were at night. And there's times where you're doing raids and you're doing just regular missions, going out there and getting people that are, of interest to the United States. It was just an interesting time, man. It was just crazy. So the reason why I'm bringing all this stuff up, guys, is that just imagine you having to deal with all that crap when you're in Iraq, and then all of a sudden you come home and it's so nice and quiet, and you just don't have like a sense of purpose. You know, you're like, what the hell am I doing here? You know, I shouldn't be here. I should be back in Iraq or whatever the case. You know, so yeah, thank you for your service. Is definitely one that really it got to me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I watched that movie, dude, and it kind of messed me up for a couple days. Because I mean, a lot of the stuff that's in that movie, whoever the military advisor was, I mean, they were pretty spot on a lot of stuff that they talk about. Not everything, because Hollywood likes to throw their own Hollywood stuff in there, guys. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff that they talk about in there is pretty legit. Like when the guy drops his baby while he was asleep because he got startled. That happened to me. You know, luckily my kid wasn't a baby; she was a toddler. But those are kind of things that happen. But it's just it's crazy, man. I didn't cry, man. I was just pissed off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not happy about it. But hello, Linda. How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me here today because I'm talking a little bit about veteran suicide and some of the stuff that a lot of people are dealing with right now. So just imagine you having to go through all that stuff and you come home, guys, and it's really hard for you to get back into your normalcy of your everyday stuff that you do, right? And a lot of people just can't handle it. Um, what happens is that if you guys were here earlier, I talked a little bit about how I was excited to get in a firefight. And a lot of it has to do with adrenaline. I mean, you get this adrenaline rush, guys, when you get into a freaking firefight. It I mean, I've never done any type of drugs, but I'm telling you, man, if that's how coke feels like, or that's how certain drugs feel like, then I can see why people get hooked, man. And those are the things that that end up happening with a lot of the guys. If you notice, a lot of them end up doing a lot of crazy things where it kind of like builds their adrenaline. They'll buy a motorcycle and they're hauling ass down the road on it. Why is that? Because they missed that adrenaline that they used to get back in the day. And some people, it jacks them up to the point where they gotta have something that keeps them going. And that's why a lot of people do skydiving and they do rock climbing and all kinds of crap that most people would think is kind of nuts, but they do it because of the adrenaline rush that you get, especially if you're in a position where you might die. It's kind of crazy. So it's crazy. Hello, it's Uncle Jim. Yes, that's very true, brother. And it's one of those things that we have a tendency of not understanding. Most civilians will never understand this. That's why if you guys ever watch a lot of my videos, I have videos where I just talk about PTSD and some of the things that I've gone through, and some of those things can help you and your loved one. Because we're trying to maintain marriages, we're trying to maintain relationships. Because sometimes what happens is that these kinds of things happen and it messes people up to the point that they can't deal with it anymore. And they can't deal with other people. And it's not that they don't love you, they just don't know how to deal with it. And it's an unfortunate thing. And this is the kind of stuff that ends up trickling into suicide, because then the veterans has a tendency of thinking, well, there's not a purpose for me in this world. When many of these guys are very, very that they're very talented people. But because they just don't have that sense of purpose anymore, they just feel that it's better for them just to go away. So let me see what RTT Rose says. And this is so true, RTT. You are we are not really the focal point of the media. The only time the media gives a shit about veterans is during elections and when there's a war. Those are the two only times they really give a shit about veterans, and it's been a proven fucking fact. Like right now, every politician's kissing every fucking veteran organization's ass because they want that vote. They want to say, hey, you know what? XYZ candidate loves our veterans, and this is what they did for them. So I can tell you that right now, during this whole election season, all these veteran groups are getting all kinds of freebies and crap from all these politicians because they want that endorsement. Oh, yeah, we need that endorsement because if not, I'm not going to get reelected. And it's pretty freaking sad. It really is, man. So yeah, and this is so true, Alan Gal. I like to talk about it. For the longest, I was one that I never really talked about any of my issues that I had going on, you know, and it was just crazy. So I'm just now I'm at a point now where I can help people, and this is the thing that I'm trying to do here. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. Oh, here's my airman. What's going on, buddy? How are you? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Ah, man. But I think sometimes I try to give everybody my perspective on things just so they can better understand where I'm coming from because I think that is the biggest problem that we have. I remember when I first came from my first deployment. People used to come and talk to me, and then I would just like push them away. I'm like, sorry, man, you just don't understand. And I probably had the wrong mindset at that time, but at the time I just wasn't sure how to deal with it myself. And I can tell you guys, for me to talk about it now, it has taken me years and years of therapy for me to do this. But now I'm at a point where I feel that I can help other people, and and if I could do that, that's always awesome. We all know that, buddy. Man, yes, my brothers. I'm glad to see all you guys in here. Thank you guys very much. Let me go through the side chat real quick, see who we got in here. We got Alan Gal 57. Thank you, sweetheart. We got RTT Guns and Gear, Warsaw Patriot. We got Linda Lagallo. Thank you so much for being here. Uncle Jim's here. We got the real Cobra Burnout, not the fake one, the real one. Okay. And this is all we got so far right now. But I want to thank you guys for being here, for telling me, for being here, and maybe some of you guys can share some of the stuff that you guys are going to. Yes, it is, brother. It is, and I think that every veteran should start really speaking their mind, man. And I think that's something that we have a tendency of not doing. And I think the more we talk about it, uh, the more we deal with a lot of this stuff. It's we can better help other people, man. Because I think you and I, Airman and RTT, could definitely relate to this, man. We're in the military for so long, and we did so many things, and all of a sudden, you're not the go-to guy anymore. You know, and it's kind of hard. So um, it's interesting, man. But my biggest thing is I just want to put it out there that we're all trying to help to do like little simple things. If you guys ever watch our Lock and Loaded uh, chat that we do on Sundays with Scotsman and I and all the other guys, we're really big on trying to uh, do funds for Justice Final Mission, which is through Active Heroes. And what they're doing with this money is that they're creating cabins, right? And these cabins they're building like this big lodge area or whatever it is in Kentucky. And every time they build one of these lodges, they can bring in a family member, a service member with their family, and they can talk and do therapy and all kinds of stuff. And if we can save marriages, man, we can save relationships. That is the greatest thing we could ever do, man. Yes, I think we always, that's why I would say the real one. It's the real one. We need to put a little check mark on there just to make sure that that's legit. Has been checked and certified. uh, Alan B. Pro, my boy, what's going on, buddy? How you feeling, man? Yeah, and see, here's another one of my friends here, Alan B. Pro, myself, Scotsman, JH, Daniel, Bearded CB. We're kind of like this little crew that just been working on trying to build more funds for Justin's final mission. We did a drink off where Alan got drunk and he went against professional amateur Bald and Curious, and he lost, but he did a great job of just, he did a great job, man. And I think for that chat, we raised like, what was it, like $1,700 or something like that, or $1,100? It was amazing how much money was raised just for Justin's final mission. And right now, we just did a cast off this past weekend, and that was to help out the old soldier who recently had a tragedy. Lightning hit his house when they had the recent storms, and caught his house on fire. And we also, pitched in money for Justice Final Mission. Unfortunately, we did not get the 4,000 that we were going for, because if that would happen, then we would have certain panel members who have beards, and they would have to shave them all off completely if we reached the goal that we were trying to set. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, man. But we are definitely very proud of what we're doing. And we recently did a run challenge. By the way, I'm the only one that has done a run challenge video. I have not seen any of you crazy retards that were supposed to do one. So I better start seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So I just did one for Justin's Final Mission, guys. And guys, you guys need to understand something, that it doesn't matter whether you have a service member or not that's in the military. You can help out in so many ways, guys. You really can. I mean, there's so many great veteran organizations out there that are always looking for volunteers. They're looking for people to help them out, spread the word, donate if you can. Of course, I wouldn't tell you to put any money on the Wounded Hero Project or whatever the hell that is, that big ass freaking company that's in Jacksonville. Oh my God. Those guys are what's wrong with veteran organizations, man. Those guys are just milking it and taking money out of good folks and trying to use veterans. That is one organization that I do not believe in. It's not my thing. But you also got great organization. It's the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. It's a great organization. You got Paralyzed Veterans of America. You got Justice Final Mission. You got the USO. You got any local veterans organizations that you have. You also have the American Legion, the VA. I'm not the VA. The BFW, which is Veterans of Foreign Wars. They're always looking for volunteers, anybody that can help out in any kind of way. Believe me, they could use your money and they can use their time. So whichever one you have more of, that they'll be willing to help you. And a lot of these are to help guys out there, to help create programs for them. And yes, by the way, I am the only one who has done a 2-mile run video. I have yet to see one from Bald. I have yet to see one from who's the other guy? I know Scotsman's the other one, but there was somebody else. And the unit word, don't trust me, Uncle Jim. Do not give those fools any money, man. These people are con artists, man. I'm telling you, man, do some research about this organization, nonprofit. if you look at their building in Jacksonville, and Hornet Fixer could tell you, it's a pristine, beautiful building. I'm like, how can you afford that if you're a nonprofit? You know, I mean, these people are making bank, man. They're making so much money, and they put out all these damn commercials out there, and they're just sucking that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And yes, exactly, man. They are. They exactly what my airman brother said over there. It's you know, they're not doing anything to help the guys, man. So yes, guys. You are so right about Midas. I recently heard about Midas, and he's got um, colon cancer. So I think that's something the Scotsman's trying to work on creating some sort of funding for him. And that might be something that we do for this upcoming weekend. Like I tell you, I'm not really in charge of that stuff. That's Alan and Scotsman. They're the ones that are kind of in charge of that stuff. So I guess Ball did his today. So I got to go watch it. I'm probably going to laugh my ass off because I can just see that dude trying to run. But, oh, well, thank you. You are so sweet. We love you. And we still think about Ed all the time. I wear my Ed shirt all the time. I miss that guy. And anyways, I can never get past Adele song, that Adele Hello song. Every time that thing plays, it reminds me of Ed, man, because we used to play that every time he used to call in to the show back in the day with Ebomi. So that was good stuff, man. Oh yeah, brother. No, no, it wasn't. It wasn't you, brother. It was. We are doing it for. It was like four guys in the panel when we did this, and we said they were gonna do it. But I mean, I can understand you probably not able to run no more, bro. I know you got your knees are pretty messed up, so I got you. Oh man, but okay, guys. So let's talk a little bit about the issues that happen when a lot of these guys get to that level that they want to, kill themselves. What are some of the things? What are some of the key things that you should really look out for? One is they're not going to have, they're not going to be motivated to do anything. Many of them are just going to just chill, not really talk to people, kind of just kind of stay to themselves and just leave it there. They're not going to uh, they're they start becoming very loners, and you'll start seeing that they all of a sudden want like start giving stuff away, or they start talking about the good old days, or how they wish they could change things, and that happens, man. That happens, and those are like kind of like the key things you really want to talk about. Like, hey, what the hell are these guys doing? Why is he talking like that? Um, and then all of a sudden, you'll notice that they'll start eating less, or they won't eat hardly anything, or they'll start doing things to like really, you can see that they're not really caring. Like they won't shave, they won't take a shower, they won't start doing stuff like that. Those are times when you really need to step in and just say, hey man, what the hell's going on with you? What do you need? um, in most cases they're only going to talk to you, and they may just tell you a couple things here and there. They're not going to really talk to you about anything. So that's the time when you guys need to step up and maybe call the VA crisis line. Have somebody talk to them. There's other ones out there. I believe Cobra knows about them. So if you have them, bro, just put them in there. But there's other resources you can start doing. You can start calling other people. You can start calling your local veteran organizations and find out. Also, if you live near a vet center, that's another great organization. And what the vet center is a transition counseling, right? Most of the time, they're not in the same building as, like, say, a VA hospital or anything like that. They're kind of like their own entity. So that's always kind of cool because, I mean, let's face it, I hate going to the VA hospital. I can just imagine anybody else wanting to go to the damn VA hospital. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Um, so that, there's those resources. There's other ones out there. You just have to look locally as to what you have. Some states and some cities are really good on having a lot of veteran services, man. So, those are the things that you need to, you can also do. And of course, my friend here, the Cobra Burnout, put out the text. Let me put the text again. So this is a text that you can do to this number, and you'll get somebody to help you. It's gotten a lot better, and they've been able to help a lot more people now, which is good. I just still feel that there's not enough resources being done by the VA or the government in order for us to combat this problem. You know, it seems to me like the ones that are stepping up the most are private organizations. You know, private organizations right now are like the leading. They're the leading agencies in trying to fight suicide prevention. But we need more than just that. We need the government to step up and do some serious stuff, man. They need to really get involved to the point that we can save more people. And I think right now, unfortunately, there's just not enough. A lot of people are slipping through the cracks, and it's affecting a lot of people. I noticed that now it's, instead of being because they have these little statistics that they do as to how many veterans die per day or something like that. I mean, we've only improved it by maybe one or two deaths compared. I think it's like 22 a day. Now we're down to like 21 a day or something like that. There's just so much stuff out there that's not really being done to help a lot of our veterans, guys. And then what's crazy is you'll see people that commit suicide that you would never in your wildest dream think that they would commit suicide. About 5 years ago, and to this day it still affects me, there was a female Air Force captain. I believe she was a pilot, and she committed suicide. And to this day, I'm still wondering, like, nothing against the Air Force, because, the Air Force helps us a lot. They support us, just wondering what effect that had on her, maybe being a pilot and having to put bombs down on the enemy. I still think that affects them. It's no different than me pulling the trigger, being in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Okay, brother, good stuff. But it's crazy. It's crazy, the stuff that's going on, guys. And you see a female captain that has all her life ahead of her. Very young. I think she was only like in her mid-30s when this happened. And it struck a chord on people. And like all of a sudden she became news, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad that somebody paid attention and say, hey man, there's a problem here. But why do we have to wait to that happen? Why is it that we don't make news about every suicide and give those people a little bit of credit of all the stuff that they've done for their country? So that's the issue that we got going on, guys. That's the reason why I've been so passionate about trying to help. Help so many of our veterans. And I think another thing that Warsaw just hit right now is we definitely need to help our police. I think our police have been getting beat up really bad with all the stuff that's been happening in the past few months. Um, to be honest with you guys, police officers, they deal with PTSD just as much as a combat vet does. And I really don't know how much is done for them, how much do they really, how much do they do for them? But I guess right now, since I got a few of you guys in here, I just want to know if you guys have any questions in regards to veteran suicide, or what are some of the things that you know or you don't know that maybe I can answer for you, or at least give you an idea of what's going on. Because I think that the thing is that maybe you don't know anybody who's in the military, but let's say you have a neighbor. Let's say you have somebody else that has a loved one. If you can just point them in the right direction, because sometimes that's all they need is just point them in the right direction, and being able to give them the resources that they need, because in most cases a lot of them have no idea where to go. So I mean, if you guys have any questions, anything you guys want to bring up, please let me know, because I honestly just want to try to help and maybe answer some of those questions that a lot of you guys may have, because I know that there's always those questions out there, or maybe just sorry, I had to take a text real quick. Yeah, so I mean, if there's any questions that you guys may have, or anything you guys want to comment about, or maybe you guys want to talk a little bit about Justice Final Mission, please do so. Just tell me what you guys think about it. What are some of the things that we can do? Because I think right now what we're doing is we're trying to, gather enough money in order for us to build another cabin for another service member. And that would be huge. Right now, actually, you guys are not going to believe this, but the YouTube gun community, especially Eric Bomey and John Solar, they have been the ones that have been the driving force in this stuff. And I believe we are the largest donation organization for active heroes. And it's something that I really love, and I'm very proud of. And it brings a warm feeling to my heart, because it's I really really care about all those great service members who have put in foot to ass for their country, and maybe they're not getting the love and respect that they need to. So I mean, if we don't have any questions, guys, I'll probably end it really quick. Like I tell you, I wanted to make this quick and kind of maybe answer some questions. Because it's this is a tragedy, and we need to do anything to kind of help out there. Okay, that's a great question, Warsaw. I mean, if you run into a veteran who's struggling and having some issues, and let's say you just don't know how to deal with it, there's always the Veterans Crisis Line. Let me look it up real quick right now, and I'll tell you right now the VA crisis line. It's 1-800-273-8255. So if you Google it, you can put in VA crisis line, and it'll give you the number. And of course, you can also text it to 838-255, and they can text that way if that's something that they feel more comfortable with. If there's something that you cannot handle, I mean, it's obviously you want to get somebody that's an expert that can help you with that. What I really like about the crisis hotline is that they're not only going to listen to that service member, they're going to reach out and give them some resources for them to get more help, which is always good. And if it's to the point where, when they call the crisis hotline, and they're to a point where they need some sort of hospitalization or anything like that, they will do all the maneuvering for that. I've seen where some of those guys have been, they'll call an ambulance and they'll put them in an ambulance and they'll take them over to the mental facility to get themselves some help. I've seen that stuff happen. Dude, don't get me started on John Kerry, man. You know what's really sad about John Kerry is John Kerry, half of his people that were with him in Vietnam say this guy is full of shit, that he should have never got the Purple Heart or Navy Cross or whatever the fuck he got. John Kerry has no credibility in the veteran community. None whatsoever. I don't even know why the hell you watching the DNC fucking that DNC convention. It's like a waste of fucking time. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. The only time I'm gonna be looking at anything politics wise is when it comes to the debates. I'm looking forward to that shit. I'm gonna bring the popcorn. I'm gonna be ready. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the vice president debate. I really hope Mike Pence put a foot on our ass, man, because I'm telling you, that bitch needs it. And I can tell you guys from being in California and all the shit that we had to deal with Kamala Harris, I can tell you that bitch has no accreditation whatsoever. But I'm looking forward to that shit, man. I'm looking forward to the debates. I think once the debate starts, you will see how incompetent Biden is. Biden can't remember what the fuck he ate last night. How the fuck is he going to run a country, man? The guy's got dementia, man. We already know that shit. Everybody who's got any kind of fucking understanding of how that shit works, man, they all know this guy is fucked up in the head. He ain't fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. But yet this guy's the leading Democratic leader. I don't buy it, man. Just don't buy it. But we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be close because we can just imagine all that fucking mail-in voting fraud that we're gonna get. But we'll fucking find out, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, guys. So, guys, so I just wanted to take this time to kind of like explain to you, the stuff that a lot of the veterans go through in their heads. What do I think about Tulsi? Well, at least Tulsi, as much of a fucking Democrat as she is, she serves. She's a major in the army, man, So, I mean, to a certain point, she has common sense. But you notice that they don't want common sense. They want somebody who's going to be a yes man or yes sir kind of person, That's who they want. And because Tulsi is not that type of, that she doesn't fit in that mold, that's the reason why they never took her serious. I mean, how is it that Bernie Sanders got fucked twice, man? Why is that? I mean, can anybody tell me? I mean, I can tell you guys, he just doesn't fit the mold. I mean, Uncle Scrooge he just doesn't look like presidential kind of guy, But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I am looking forward to the vice president debate, man. I know, man. Trust me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Somebody who has fucking had to deal with Kamala Harris and her fucking rage, I can tell you that lady is anti-fucking government. She does not want any of you guys to have a gun. She wants to do like a mandatory buyback fucking program or some bullshit. She wants to limit you on ammo, limit you on what you can have. She will fucking, I'm telling you, man, if you guys thought Obama was a great fucking president when it comes to fucking buying guns, I can guarantee you that Kamala Harris will out-Trump you guys on that shit any day. Because that lady, she's the one that created this whole bullshit with the fucking micro stamping on the guns. She's the one that started the whole assault weapons fucking bullshit. She's the one that started the whole red flag stuff. You know, I mean, some of it now is that was from now. I mean, the what do you call it? The state attorney is Becerra, but still, man, we are. This is all shit that she worked on while she was there, and she did a lot of shady shit against people who were in death row. Who, I mean, seriously, man, that lady, she's bullshit. And how the fuck is she black when her mama is Indian, and I think her dad is not even black. He's fucking something else. Her dad's Jamaican. Jamaican. I don't know. That doesn't make you black. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. That's a fucking tropical beaner. That's all that shit is. Anyways, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to debates, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. Oh man. Oh, of course, bro. Of course. What's going on, MCK? Yeah, man. You know that's gonna happen, bro. That's the reason why. That's the reason why, man. We all know that. You know, man, I'll be honest with you, man. This election scares the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie. It scares the shit out of me. It's one of those things that makes you really think, you know, how far people will go. How far will this shit go? Oh, man. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, guys. I really, oh, by the way, another thing, if you guys are all going to vote, and I know that a lot of us are not going to be able to chance to do in-person voting, all right, because there was something that was brought up. This lady did a video where she's got 2 million votes, right, that came in. One is for her brother, and one's for her. So when she turned around and there's a code on there, like a little barcode, right, gives you a number or whatever the fuck it is, but in the middle of it, you know, it has a D for Democrat, it has an R for Republican. So if you put that ballot in your mail, in the mail for outgoing, and your postal worker might be a fucking hardcore Democrat, he sees an R on that shit. Telling you, don't do it, man. Take your happy ass, take your fucking envelope, and take it over to the elections office and drop it off in there. Telling you, do not mail that shit. Guarantee it, it's gonna get lost or it won't be counted. So, oh my God, it is the crazy Scotsman. Hi, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Oh, look at you, man. You are a rebel. You are a rebel, sir. That is good stuff. Yes, but for some reason, some states are not doing voting in person. They're not doing it, man. They're gonna say it's you get a mail-in vote, and you can either put it in the mailbox or you can take it to the elections office. And I would tell you, if those are the two only options you have, you drive your happy ass and you put it in that box in the elections office. Don't put it in the mailbox, man. I guarantee you that shit's gonna get lost, especially since most of these damn things have your fucking party designation on it. No, don't do it, man. I'm telling you. But I mean, if you get a chance to vote in person, go for it, man. Be all that you can be, homie. Man, I'm throwing that Army slogan in there. Anyways, but yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen, and I think another thing that really disturbs the shit out of me is how long is it going to take for us to know the actual results of the election? Are we going to have to go through this crazy freaking Florida 2000 verdict where people couldn't understand what they voted on and everything had to be counted by hand? I don't know, man. It's just too many things out there, guys, that are just making me making me just doubt our system. It really is. It really is, man. Oh man, it's crazy. But yeah, man, it's an interesting thing that we got going on, guys. And I urge all of you, if you're not given an option to vote in person, man, take your ballot and take it to the elections office. I'm telling you guys, it's you're only doing yourself a service that you need to be doing regardless. By the way, make sure all you guys are doing your census. It's very important for that shit too, because that's definitely can help us with a lot of stuff. So okay, guys. So I think I'm gonna shut it off. I'm getting close to an hour here, and I think I talk way the hell too much. But if you guys get a chance, if you guys caught this late, what's going on, K24? How you doing, buddy? Sorry, I didn't see you there earlier. Um, if you guys didn't get this right away, I hope you guys get to watch it on the rerun, and that's where I talk a little bit about some of the stuff that veterans are going through, and why they're hurting from suicide. So I hope that you guys got something out of it as far as me talking a little bit about it, so you guys can understand how these things go. And but I want to say thank you guys for watching. Much love and respect to all you guys out there. Thank you guys all for stopping by and saying hi. I really, really appreciate it. I really didn't want to talk about. Thanks, brother. I respect you there, RTT. You the man, brother. Much love for you, man. I hope everything's going well in Arizona. And that's all I got, guys. So take care of yourselves. Have a great night. And of course, you guys got any questions or comments? You can leave them in this chat. If I don't get to them right now, I'll get to them later. But one thing is we need to just get it going. Yeah, man. Before I ended, you are right. I did run like shit though. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because I don't do 12-minute miles, man. That is not me. I'm telling you. I'm looking at that shit. And I'm like, this sucks. I mean, seriously, I used to do like 7, 8, 7.5 freaking, miles, like 7-minute miles back in the day. Man, I was fucking hauling ass, man. And I'm like, what the hell happened? But just getting old and fat, man, just cuts up to you. But yeah, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, we just did it for Justin, man, and we just gotta wait for the crazy Scotsman to get off his ass and fucking do his video. I guess Bald and Curious did his, so we're gonna go check it out. By the way, if you guys want to catch a lot of our guys that we're doing a lot of these fundraisers for Justin's final mission, please check out our chat on Sundays, which is it's 4 o'clock here. It's like 8 o'clock Eastern time. In foreign and domestic chat with the Crazy Scotsman channel, and we do a lot of good stuff out there, man. And right now we're getting in the habit of challenging each other and just coming up with crazy stuff. If you guys have never gone and check out that chat, I will tell you to go check out the drink off one, and also check out the casting one. Those were all very good. But I would tell you the drink off, you would definitely get something out of it, because Alan B. Pro got shit faced and it was funny as hell. But anyways, guys, what suicide are you talking about? Oh, I'm talking about veteran suicide, Rafael. Thanks for joining us. So I'm getting ready to end this chat, but once you do the rerun, you can watch the start of it, and then you'll see me talk a little bit more about it and how this affects a lot of veterans and why so many of them are committing suicide. So appreciate you coming in. First time I've seen you here, Rafael, and appreciate you stopping by. Exactly, and we love you, Alan Gal 57. Thank you always for stopping by and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. And so All right, guys. So this is all I got. You guys take care of yourselves. God bless you. Have a great night. And we'll catch you in the next one. All right. Take care.